everybody. Welcome back to Bible and Blues. Today is the second installment of the continuing saga of Valerie getting a new wheelchair. So, today we have an appointment. I picked her up early. I got a half day off from work. Picked Valerie up early, and we have an appointment for the seating appointment. The one I described, it took so long to set before. It was such a hassle because people weren't calling back and everything. So I finally have that set up. So we're going to be heading to that in a little bit. First thing though, coffee. So, what do you want, Valerie?
Oh.
Which one are you looking at? Iced caramel macchiato?
Yeah.
You want the iced one?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And, once again, something I should have been filming. Guy in Starbucks, is doing some cleanup and all of it. Has a beard almost as long as mine and thicker. So, nice little conversation with him. Got, the bearded brotherhood concept, And so, it was, fun little conversation.
Yeah.
Talked about motorcycles for a second. This is what you get to do in Starbucks because they take a long time. So, don't they? I don't know what we'll find out today. I know we'll find. Yeah, we'll talk about what we want, and we'll be like, okay, we want this, 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 and this. I don't know how much insurance is going to pay for it. Medically, there's an argument for a standing chair for you medically. And medically, there's an argument for a tilt-in space and recline. The elevated seat is going to be a lot harder of a sell, But once you've gone for a tilt-in space and a recline seat and a standing chair, it's a really short distance to the elevated seat. If we're going to give anything up, which one would you rather give up? Something up. In my estimation, it would be either or the elevator seat or the standing, one of the two. Obviously, the tilt-in space we've had it for 10 years, and a reclining action would just be great for you to just be able to recline in the chair you're sitting in, right? So you can just stretch your legs out and lean back in the chair without having to transfer out, right?
Yeah.
That'd be great. The standing, there's some, actual medical benefits to having a standing chair for you. They rank in there, they go along with, blood circulation, digestion, bone density, spasticity. You have all of these issues, okay? And so these are all things that could be helped with that. So these are those. So if there's anything we're going to give up, it would be the seat element. Starbucks. They don't have people at the desk anymore. So, St. Patty's Day stuff. So now you have to pick up a phone and spend. I talked to a person, but now we're waiting for them to actually give us answers. So there. At this point, the place that I worked so hard to get a hold of last week. Was that last week? I think it was last week. The place I worked so hard to get a hold of last week, it just moved in. That's one of the reasons it was so hard to get a hold of. Now, I'm trying to find somebody here that knows the places here. And so they're calling the places considered occupational therapy to see if they know anything. This is how hospitals are run now. What do you do? I'll bet you money that the problem is they're not answering their phone. Just like they wouldn't answer the phone when we called. I'll bet you that's the issue. It's the right place, but they're not picking up their phone. So there you go. And I'm trying to be careful not to film anybody that's around us here too. Because it is a hospital, after all. Alright, this place is driving me crazy. So that, nope, that's what we need right there. What do you do? Okay. Oh, what time is it? We have 40 minutes yet before our appointment starts.
Oh, for physical therapy?
Well, yeah, we're meeting somebody for PT seating evaluation,
okay.
but from New Motion's coming to meet us here at 2:40, so we really can't start it early.
Yeah, and I can't really check in either.
Nope. So we got to figure out what we're going to do for the next half hour.
Well, there's the coffee shop
Yeah.
that way.
I told you we're right there. We get never trust. Yeah.
GPS signal lost.
So we went to. I used the house phone to call. Got assistance. They probably talked to you.
I haven't been up here all day. So.
Well, it was just like a few minutes ago.
Oh,
right.
Oh, in the wrong place. Yes.
Yes, we were right at this table over here, to the left, at the end of this hallway.
Oh, and they.
And they said, well, it looks like you're in a building that's attached to where you're at. It's 202 North Division Street, room 103. Okay. Google. Out, around. It was going to have me going down A Street.
Oh, you're.
And I look around, I'm like,
kidding.
this isn't making sense.
Yeah.
This isn't making sense. So, turn around, and I find this door right here that says 202 North Division.
That's craziness.
Okay. Google Maps doesn't work. Works good most of the time, but
Yeah.
when you get down to walking things out,
But
maybe not so good. Yeah, this is gonna go great in the vlog.
Yeah, right? You
Yeah.
reached your destination.
Reached my destination. Yeah.
It's in the middle of the street.
Yeah, and how's this work out? But anyway, yeah. Anyway, so we made it here, people. And you mind being off for a second?
I don't know. I don't.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm sorry.
I'm not. Trust me, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Not everybody likes the camera. Camera likes everybody, but not everybody likes the camera.
Yeah, I don't like the camera.
That's okay. That's fine. So we'll be back.
Okay. See you in a bit.
Yep. Oh. We're killing time. We're at the fish tank. Duh. You go. All right. Hi. There's a fancy system. It's an interlock system. It involves a center bolt in the bottom of the chair and a groove that you line up to and pull right up to, and you flip a switch and it magnetically holds you. We don't have that. So that. I'll drink mine. Okay. So, say hi.
Hi.
Okay. So we had our appointment. How'd you think it went, Valerie? You went pretty good?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll sing here. There she is. Okay. And this was step 2 in this process. I didn't film. Multiple reasons. Not the least of which is because some people just don't feel comfortable being filmed. Also because, let me see if I can find that cotton picking cable. Maybe I won't. Okay. Also because, you know, I just didn't think of it for some reason. I'm just not that good of a vlogger. What can you say? But the process, don't even get me started about the place. They just moved in. They had me do all these forms online on the computer. And then, oh, you didn't print them out? Oh, we don't have access to that. Then why did you tell me to fill it out there? We don't have access to that, so you have to fill them all out again. Really? So we had to fill them all out again. I kind of cheated. I just kind of skimmed over a bunch of it this time. Because, you know, not too worried about a lot of their questions about injury. Because she had a stroke.
Yeah.
14 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, we know what the problem is. Physical therapy is only going to do so much for her. You know? So, anyway. There's that. And so anyway, beyond that, the person behind the desk seemed like a very, very nice lady, very passive aggressive. Good description of her. Very nice otherwise. Yeah. So. And she went through, took measurements, looked at Valerie's situation. I came up with some ideas. They had some ideas of what could be done. They only half listened to me. It's pretty commonplace. They never listen to people very well. And we'll see where we end up on that. The concept of what we want out of this, I mean, I'm looking at the Cadillac, okay? Right, Valerie?
Yeah.
We're looking for the Cadillac, because this Valerie is where she's in all day, every day, 16 hours a day. She's in this chair. And so, you know, we're looking for something pretty nice. Now they have a lot of different options, and if you're in a chair, looking at a chair, know somebody that's in a chair, you know there's a lot of different options out there. This one here that she's in used to be a tilting space where it would tilt. Doesn't tilt anymore, as was spurred this whole thing on. And the other things are power recline, power leg lift, so she could actually recline all the way back further, as far as a recliner, lay down essentially to take a nap. And also be very good for, you know, stretching muscles out, adjusting, you know, just getting comfortable, you know, and, you know, so those two don't seem to be a problem to get paid for. Those seem to be good options, right, Valerie?
Yeah.
Where they don't pay, this is Medicare, Medicaid, is the nice CDs, like a standing chair. And they don't pay for the elevator seat that will lift you up 8 to 12 inches, depending upon, you know, your system. I forgot to ask her how far the elevator was on that one. And so that's where we have to start. We start getting involved in, you know, where can we get the help? How much water on that? Where can we get some help for getting this going? And our church has already made some offers, and I don't know how much they realize. I don't know if they realize how expensive this stuff can get. So the elevator seat is about $1,500 to $1,800 option. They do this as a cash sale, essentially, and they said this is basically our cost. I'm sure they're making a few bucks, but mostly for labor to install it. So there's so it's $1,500 out of pocket. The standing chair, okay, this is where you hit the Cadillac, is really the standing seat that stands you up. First off, the chair becomes a front wheel drive chair, and it's, technically speaking, is a Group 4 chair at this point. And that's a $12,000 option. So that's really expensive. And I'm not sure if the church is necessarily, while they want to help us, I don't know if they want to help us that much. But we're going to go to them about it. And we're going to talk to them about the possibility. I'm going to reach out. No, I'll go straight, because Highway 18 is just over here. So I don't know. I'm still going to go to them because they said come to us. Okay, and I'm going to try that. So the biggest problem we're going to have really is making that choice. If we're going to go for a standing chair, we have another appointment we have to make, because the doctor has to sign off on saying yes, she can stand, or a physical therapist has to sign off and saying yes, she can stand. They have to do some sort of bone density test and things like that to make sure that is even a feasible option for her. I'm going to work to get what Valerie wants. And Valerie wants the standing chair.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to work towards. This is still a long process. There's still steps to go. If we want the standing chair, then it's going to be a front wheel drive. She doesn't really want to do a workup on a chair until we make that decision. If we end up saying, well, I mean, it's just not financially feasible to get the assistance for a standing chair, then we're backing up and going for the elevator seats, which I think would still be wonderful for her. That would give her the option to at least be able to get up and reach things in the kitchen and in the house.
Yeah.
And she could reach all these things, and she could be at eye level with a lot more people that way too.
Yeah.
This is good options, right, Valerie?
Yeah.
All right. So that's where we're at this point. So we have to make some choices. We have to check out what's available. So at the very minimum, we're talking about the elevator seat. We're going to look at that too. It's much less expensive, much less of a financial burden to us and to others. Whereas it's at only $1,500. And so I'm down to repeating myself. So